Hello, my name is ggforgoblinguide, bringing you another Modern League. Today we're gonna play Mono-Red Blitz in Modern. I do think this deck is pretty good in the metagame at the very moment. Because Titan decks are coming back, and I think this deck has a pretty good matchup against Titan decks, especially when you have two Blood Moons in your sideboard. So this is pretty much the same list I was running in my last Mono-Red review video. I just changed 3 Surgical Extraction instead of 2 Thomas Crypt and a 3rd Shrine of the Burning Rage. So without further ado, let's get into the match. And also I have 2 less Sunbaked Canyons. So let's go with Mono-Red Blitz. We're on the play. Free land. Creature. I think that's a pretty good hand. Gonna keep. Sorry, I was. Alright, play Soul-Scar, pass turn. Picking stuff for my Twitch. Alright, so this might be a Timmer deck. We don't know. Not Timmer deck, I meant an Uro deck. So we don't know if they are Timmer, Sultai, or Vent. I think I'm gonna try to crash through first, see what I can draw. We can draw another creature or light up the stage. Alright, let's go to combat. Attack for 2. See if my opponent wants to do anything before damage. I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt. Let's shock Lightning Bolt. That is my main. Oh, so this is multi-arrow probably. So Pedal Push is actually quite annoying if they have one. Alright, Wall of Blossom. Sure. Doing another Soul-Scar Mage is not bad. Let's go to combat. Try to attack for 1, see if they want to block. Probably are going to block. Alright, attack for 1. They do decide to block, so honestly, I think I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna cast any spell for now. I'm gonna cast my second Soul-Scar. That way next turn we're gonna get all the prowess triggers. And we do have enough mana to cast everything if we want to. Barrel, sure. Another wall of blood. Okay. I guess end of turn I could lightning bolt one of them. But I'd rather just go all face, and my Soul-Scar are gonna be pretty big anyways. So I'm gonna make them 4/4s. Block and block. So lightning bolt you. Dart you. Like I was thinking, if they had a forest, I'd probably want to force that. But it doesn't matter since we have another lava dart. It's gonna make our Soul-Scar Mage 4/4s. Take the 2 walls down and pass turn. I think we're in okay shape. Unless they have a removal spell, but I think that they would have probably used it by now. Let's try to Mutagenic Growth, if they want to do anything. I think my opponent just F6 here. So I guess we go for the kill. Yep. Alright, so probably an Arrow deck. I'm gonna bring Surgicals, Shrine of Burning Rage, Blood Moons, and cut on Crash Shrews. I target them. Probably cut Mutagenic Growth since they probably have fiddle pushes. Back one, Crash Shrew. Yes, Crash Shrew could be fine if they have a wall and I can get my creature big enough. Yeah, I think Mono-Red is a pretty good option because usually it beats Euro decks. You're pretty fast, and you can beat Titan decks because you're also pretty fast. Has more difficulties against decks like Jund, but other than that, I think we're pretty a pretty good matchup for the rest of the meta. Let's see here. I have no creature. Shrine of Burning Range turn 2. I think that's a pretty bad hand. Lava Dart is not great in the matchup if you don't have creatures. Still a fine hand. Like, I'm on the draw, and I do have 3 lines and a Sunbaked Canyon, so probably could have mulligan once, but I want to try to see if Shrine of the Burning Rage could be good enough. They might be running trophies or abrupt decays. That's my only concern about keeping this hand, but can always draw creatures or Bedlam Revelers. Hmm. I think my Twitch title not correct. Alright, so we top deck just a Swiftspear. That is pretty much the best top deck with a Soul-Scar Mage that we could have hoped for. Back for 1, pass turn. Yeah, I think I'm still on my yesterday's name. Change that real quick. Would be good to go. Sorry about that. Play Mountain. Let's see if they will have a Fiddle Push. Not gonna use anything before they use something. Yep, Aethergust is fine. I'm gonna put that on top. I do want to draw Creature. Alright, so Shrine of Burning Rage it is. Pass turn. Okay, Swiftspear. We play 1 spike. Alright, 2 attack for 2. Alright, I'm gonna guess they don't have anything right now. Because they use Aethergust to put it back into our top, so probably don't have a removal. And they did have a Fiddle Push, but decided to play Aethergust. Maybe to play mana efficient because they have a Growth Spiral or something. Nope. Just say go. Alright. I'm gonna play my spike. Pass turn. Now I think I don't want to tap my mana. Since we have a shrine, it's getting pretty big. If they have a trophy or a decay, I do want to keep Front of the Burning Rage up. Factor Fiction main phase. Oh no, it's my end step. Alright, so I don't have any creature in hand. Engineer Explosive can blow up my shrine. So honestly, I think I'm gonna do Engineer vs the rest. See if they want to take the Engineer Explosive. Nope. They took the rest. That's fine with me. I don't really care about creature removal for now. I think my plan is just to win with my shrine. Alright, so I think we'll just say go for now. Probably gonna do another fact or fiction. Fact or fiction. Yep. Don't really care about anything, honestly. Guess we're good. Just gonna make 2 different piles. So how many islands do you have? 1, 2. So Mystic is not active. I'm gonna separate the 2 lands. Probably want the fact or fiction here. And like I said, don't really care about cards. Guess I'm gonna go like that. They're probably gonna take this pile. Well, yeah, I don't want them to have another land of the color of their choice. So I guess they're gonna take this pile. Yep, fine. So we almost have lethal, pretty close. Because this is 1, 2, 3. If it's resolve, and we're gonna be at 10. But I'm pretty sure I cannot go for the kill right now because it will not, my Lava Dart will not resolve. That's why I'm just keeping into my hand. I'm gonna dart. See if they have a force. Yeah, sure. Not gonna tap out. My turn. Alright. Now we actually do have lethal if this burst lightning resolves. No, even if it doesn't resolve, we still have lethal. Can they weather the storm? Yep, they can weather the storm to not die. Honestly, I don't have to play anything. I can just wait for now and step burst lightning them. Cryptic. Alright, so we just win now. Alright. Like I said, we didn't have to play anything at the last moment when they tap out or so. We can just blow them or shrine. So pretty good. Just love this card. Very powerful card in this deck. Alright, we're on the draw. One lander, 3 creatures light up on the draw. I think that's a keep. 3 creatures light up the stage, and we are on the draw. Alright, so we'll have the chance to test our deck against Amulet Titan. But I do think game 1 we are favored. Unless they have a crazy turn 2 now. Just 2 basic forest. Sure. Land, please. Alright, so I could go double Swiftspear, but if they have Engineer Explosive, we're a bit screwed. I think I'm gonna go one Swiftspear plus light up the stage. That way we'll still have another Swiftspear to go for a lot of damage if we have to. And our Swiftspear has Ace, so next turn we can go for a lot of damage too, even for the kill if we have enough lines and stuff to cast. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted. I was more hoping for like a land, Manamorphose, Mutagenic Growth, cards like that. Crash Through can give us a land. Just gonna F6, we don't have anything to play. Do they have a Souza Dryad maybe? More mana? Alright, Ballista. Alright, so play Crash Through. They want to answer with their Ballista. Nope. Ah, damn. Manamorphose was just one step away. I think we Lightning Bolt with the Ballista. Attack for 6. Yep. And next turn, if they don't have a great turn, I think we win. Because Manamorphose, Double Dart, and the Lightning Bolt is a lot of damage. And even if they play like a Titan, which some respect tells me might be a Titan. No, just an Azusa. Alright. They have a bounce land. Yep. So they can play Titan if they have it. Alright, so they play their 3 lands. Yep. Give it Ace and attack. But they cannot get Feel of the Dead. Don't have enough lands. They can gain life, maybe? Or yes, they can gain life and exile my graveyard. They're afraid of Bedlam. Yep. Can actually kill both creatures because they will have to chum block. We draw a land into Swiftspear, Manamorphose, and another Lava Dart. Okay, could be great. Alright, they just fetch for Forest. Alright. Go to 10. Ancient Steerings. Bounce land. Alright, so let's see here. Let's say we don't draw anything with our Manamorphose. Our creatures are gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. So +4/+4. They're gonna be 5, 7. We can double Lavadar this, hold the Titan, and they'll have to jump block with Titan to stay alive. That's pretty good, I think. Red. Let's do what I said. Lavadar this. Lavadar this. If we just go face to win, we're at 9. Yep. Yep. Alright, so Titan's gonna be Blood Moons. Probably Abrade too. Can be quite worth it. Alright. Do we cut now? I think Bedlam's a bit slow in this matchup. Kind of want to go really fast. Guess burst lightning, not great. Probably one lava spike. I guess just do Abrade is fine. Like, we want to destroy Engineer Explosive and Amulet Titan. Not Amulet Titan, just Amulet of Vigor. But if we don't have any artifact target, the creatures that we want to kill are not that great. So I think just 2 Abrade is fine. This is pretty much the same hand. Looks like a bit the same hand as last game. If we can draw a second land, we're gonna be in business. We potentially have a turn 3 kill. We draw a land. Yep. Alright, so I think this time I'm not gonna play around Engineer Explosive. Just gonna go for the turn 3 kill. If they have it, we're pretty bad, but I think I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, so I think we got it. Or if we don't have it, it's gonna be very close. Lava Dart is pretty much the card we wanted to see here. So we can kill this with Lightning Bolt and Lava Dart. Because we don't have Trample for now, and we can flashback Lava Dart, and that's lethal. Yep, so we got a turn 3 kill. Pretty good. I think this deck, even though the Mono-Red version is not seeing a lot of play, or if it's seeing play, it's in the Mono-Red aggro form with Obosh as your companion. I think this version is honestly very powerful. A lot faster than the other version. Yes, playing Mono-Red gives you less hard choices like Rakdos or Izzet, but it's still very, very fast. Rakdos gives you more disruption, and blue-red gives you more evasion. Alright, I think I'm gonna keep this hand. This hand works pretty well with only one land. Just hope it's not a battle push or path deck. Yeah, I think the Boros, Rakdos, Izzet version are all good in their way, but Mono-Red is very, very powerful also. Let's play our Soul-Scar. Attack, see if they want to block. Probably should have attacked first before playing Soul-Scar. Yep, I could have gone maybe just 1 free damage there. But unfortunate. Yep, that was 1 free damage that we missed. Another Soul-Scar. We kept like pretty much the same hand. Double creatures, 1 land. Alright, now it's gonna be pretty epic. So, Manamorphose. Just want to draw a Lightning Bolt. Or Crash Through even. Wow. Gonna keep this Crash Through to Lava Spike you. Attack. Sure. Yep. Probably have a friction spell there, like Gut Shot or Mutagenic Growth. Alright. So let's see here. If we growth this one, I can blow them off pretty easily. Unless they have another growth. So we didn't kill both of them, but we did kill one of them. And we saved our Soul-Scar, so I think that's fine. Crash Through. I think we might be playing the same deck. Mono-Red. That's splashing. Alright, so I'm happy we won the first game. Yes, we bring in Dragon's Claw. Shrines. Abrades. And that's it. We cut Lava Spikes. I think I'm gonna keep the Bedlams in case we have a very long game. I think 2 Crash Throughs. Well, Crash Through is pretty good in this matchup. This Kiln Fiend can be killed very easily, so let's get rid of that. And I guess 1 growth, 1 Crash Through. Because both cards can be very good in certain types of situations. Crash through, I think, is not great sometimes when you don't have either your creatures are not too big, or your opponent doesn't even have blockers. And Mutagenic Growth, if the opponent has a Soul-Scar Mage, it's pretty bad. Right, so we don't have any creatures, but we do have a lot of removal and 2 lands. Opponent keeps. Let's small again. I think this hand is not doing much. That's better if we draw a land. I think we put Lavador to the bottom. Right, like that. We don't even have a mountain, so Lavador is not great in this scenario. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna Burst Lightning. Hope they don't have the Mutagenic Growth. Burst Lightning. Mountain is a pretty good top deck. Nice. So we just say go. Turn 2, we're gonna play Dragon's Claw. Start gaining some life. Opponent just had 1 land. Alright. They did find their land. Alright, so we're gonna be in for a long game. Guess we just play our Dragon's Claw number 2 and we say go. So I'm pretty happy I decided to keep my Bedlams because I think this game is gonna be pretty long. Alright, the Abrade. So we're gonna be at 1 Dragon Claw each. Alright, so let's play our Swiftspear. Alright, attack for 1. Light up the stage after that. But try to get our lands. No lands, but we do have Morphos and another light up the stage. And in a log game, it's not bad. Great. Or sure. Another light up. Alright, so let's start off by doing Manamorphose. Red. Lavador to you. Just light up the stage. Play our Sunbaked Canyon. Yes, we light up now. Alright, that's pretty good. Our opponent got double Abrade to destroy both our Dragon's Claw, but we do have a lot of value in this hand. Spear, sure. Manamorphose, yeah. Another Manamorphose. Right. This game could be very long. Nothing. Alright, interesting. Like for 3, we're gonna take 3. Shroud of Burning Range is pretty good since they use already 2 Abrades. I think we their Shrine. Play Manamorphose. We're gonna lose some value because we do have like too much. We have too many things that draws us cards. Lightning Bolt. Yeah. Play this. Try to draw that good stuff. Brine. Yeah, there are definitely pretty good cards that we might want to keep. But a Bedlam Reveler is also very powerful. Pretty tough decision. I think we lightning bolt this and don't play our Bedlam, because I think this hand is better than the 3/4 and 3 random cards. But Bedlam could be very good just as finishing the game. I'm gonna say no to my Bedlam. Alright, so we drew another one, so that's fine. Alright, back 4. They go. Didn't see any Abrade so far. Oh, don't think we did. Nope. Quite unfortunate, because their Dragon's Claw is getting them a lot of life. Now they do have a Bedlam. At least their Bedlam is not coming this turn. Hope I can just draw a land here. Alright, Crash 2 is not going to get played. So let's play Shrine number 2. Yes, we Mutagenic Growth. Maybe not though. We're getting a bit low. I think we don't play it. I'm gonna say bye to our growth. Okay. And we drew an Abrade. Pretty good. And we do have only 1 dart. The graveyard. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can do a lot of damage. As we can go flashback dart, swing it with all creatures, blow up this, blow up this. Probably won't do that though, because they're not big enough. They're still at 20 life, and they're gonna gain more life right now. Another light up. Yep. How many leveler do they have? 0. We play the Bedlam from their hand. Sure. They had pretty much the same situation as ours. Play like the Bedlam there. They can play both of them if they have not very good cards. They're just gonna play two Bedlams. What did this card? Mountain Abrade Soul-Scar. Draw more shrines. Right. Here I could go Abrade this, Lava Dart this, kill this, swing with everything, and still have this shrine open. I think that's pretty good. The only thing that destroys display is if they have a growth. But still, since I have a Soul-Scar Mage, it's gonna guess minus minus, so the next turn is gonna be dead anyway. I think we just go for the clear the path and swing it with everything play. A lot of triggers. Blow up this. Well, I guess we played this first. Sure. Alright, now they blow up this on this and attack. So they don't have any board, but we're getting a bit low, so they might just burn us out. Unfortunately, they did find their last Abrade, so they're just gonna be able to destroy our shrine. It's fine. This is the line I went for. Yep. I think we're gonna start to draw some cards with our Horizon lands. Bolts. Yep. Not respond. Don't have anything left. So they decide to go for the board themselves, not bolting our space. Sure. Alright, I guess back. No blocks. Alright. Take 4. Hope we're not dead. Drew a lot of lands. Crash through, yep. Alright, so that's we're down to 7 with these 2 darts. They need another spell. Yeah, I think my shrine was so big. It was like a 10 power shrine. Maybe I should have just like go all in. Base. Not sure. I knew they were gonna aberrate it next turn. Tried to go for the board. Yep, you have another spell. I'll just show that. Alright, so almost tempted to bring in surgical extractions because Abrade is very good, but I think it's a bit too cute. Just think we go with that again. We get 2 Dragon's Claw, they got 2 Abrades right away. Yeah, we keep this. Just got a bit unlucky. Maybe I made a small misstep on the turn with the 2 shrines. Perfect. I think we just play our Dragon's Claw right away, start getting some life. Do I want to attack into Growth? Not really. If they have a Growth, we're a bit screwed, and I think we need our creatures. I think 2 damage is not worth it. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so I think we play Manamorphose first to see if we can draw land. Or this. A removal spell. Alright, attack for 5. I'm gonna hold the Growth for now. Dart us, so Dart light up, probably. Yep. I think our chance of winning this game are way higher than the last one. Dragon's Claw is doing a lot of work. Let's attack. So I can draw Lightning Bolt or Dart. Would be pretty good to go. Let's play a Crash Through. Hope I can see a Lava Dart. Manamorphose. Play this. Red. Alright, Abrade is not bad. I'm gonna deal 3 to this. And now we have 8 plus 4. I think we do it now because they have a Soul-Scar, so not really worth it. Keep it. Down to 2. And if we draw any burn spell, we win the game. Dart us. Sure. Out of the stage. Alright, so they can kill one of our creatures if they want to. Go to 1. They just kill themselves. Didn't have any turn. If they just kept Soul-Scar Mage for blocking. Alright, so 3-0. Pretty good start. Draw again. Yeah, pretty good hand. Gonna keep. Play our spear. Up for one. This is Timur. Unfortunately, I don't have a growth in hand, so I cannot take my Swiftspear from a bolt. But I do have Lava Dart plus light up the stage. I'll slide up. Yep. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I could have just saved my Swiftspear by doing another light up the stage. Think that was worth it since I have another line in hand. I just pressed okay too fast there. Place a spear. I guess we crash through. Draw another card. Okay, put it to combat. I'm gonna be careful not to do the same mistake. I took us main. Get to me. Sure. Put on top. Yeah, I think we'd be in a really better posture if we didn't. If we just did a Lava Dart in response to the Lightning Bolt. Yep. Top. Against either guess, I gotta play it a bit slower. Cannot go for all the spells in one turn. Counter draw. Sure. I think we just say go. Mono-Red. Probably just want to start to cast some spells in case we draw Bedlam Reveler. Have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost there. Opponent getting pretty low also. They don't have an arrow for now. And it's 6. Field doesn't do much. We don't have a lot of non-basic lines. Yes, we play our Soul-Scar. Fast turn. A growth in response. We're not gonna use it. anytime soon, so. They could have either Gus or Mutagenic Growth. I think would have been better. Yes, we put it on top. It's better than drawing a land or like we don't have a lot of draws that are good at the moment. Burn spells are fine draws since our opponent is at 9. Creatures are pretty good because they probably don't have another answer. Alright, so they can't put Mystic, fetch another Mystic Sanctuary, and get back a Cryptic Command. See what they have. They had another Cryptic. Sure. Alright, we just say go for now. Vector Fiction. Alright, don't really care about most of these. Go. They don't care about lands anymore. Guess we go like that. Because this represents a Mystic Sanctuary. Side remand and an island. Just one Burst Lightning. Spear. Do you want to remand? Try to attack for 1. Yes, we try to cast Burst Lightning. Um. You? Alright. Probably could have went for the Lavador there. But I didn't want to play too many spells in case they had well, they had the remand, so Lava Dart would have not have worked anyway. Fiction. And I think this is Izzet Charm whereas the rest. Probably just gonna take the Izzet Charm, yep. On start you. They can remand this, but they cannot prevent. Alright, they don't remand it, so they won't be able to fetch anymore. Yep. So if we top deck Lightning Bolt, man, that is Lightning Bolt. Unless they have a force. We didn't see any force so far. Honestly, I think if we continue this game, we're just gonna lose. So I think I'm gonna go for it. Oh my god, we actually beat them. Alright, so. And we actually top deck the Lightning Bolt. Surgical Extractions. Blood Moon. Rhymes. That's it. Rash Trues out. Probably darts. And I think I prefer the darts over burst lightning. One dart. Go like that. Yeah, that's fine. We didn't see any row, but I'm pretty sure to have them. That's why we brought in surgical extractions. And even if they don't have arrow, I think just surgicaling fetched land, getting brought back by Ren 6 or a cryptic command by a Mystic Century is also fine. Growth now. Bounce. They had double lightning bolt. Can't do anything about that in surgical, but it's not gonna save it. Sure. So 2 cards for 2 cards. Guess we Manamorphose. We don't have anything else to do. Well, yeah, double surgical's not great. Hold this light up the stage for now. Well, guess we play it before they get a cryptic command. Maybe they have like Remand or Either Gust. That is fine. Okay. The Blood Moon would be pretty good. Lava Spike. Guess we play that to get our Reveler as soon as possible. Right now it's costing 5. Arrow. Yep. We're gonna start to make... Oh, never mind, they didn't play land. I'm going to say they're gonna start to make zombies, but... Never mind then. Kiln Fiend go. Vector Fiction. Alright, that's pretty good. Because we have double surgical extractions, and Factor Fiction puts it into the graveyard. I think we go this. We want them to keep that. We don't want them to have a land. I guess we try to give them this hand, and then we surgical arrow, or we try to give them this hand, and then we surgical arrow when they play it, and we surgical lightning bolt. think that is fine. They kept the lightning bolt hand like we were hoping they would. So lightning bolt extraction. The last call there is Weather Storm. And they don't have a counter spell. So I think we surgical now. Arrow. They have blue, blue. They don't even have green. I think we still do it. Didn't even check the library. So how do they win now? They have no lightning bolts and no arrows. I think it's gonna be hard for them to win. They have to like run in 6 us to death. Oh no, they have Filled Dead, sorry. If we draw like Blood Moon, it's gonna be hard after that too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this costs 3. Next turn we're gonna play a Bedlam, get our hand back. Unless they do a counter spell, we're good. Blind is actually fine. Oh, they don't have a counter spell. Alright, so Lightning Bolt. Already played our land. Let's bolt the zombie. Pump our Kiln Fiend. I think we don't really care about the Renin 6. They have another one in hand. And if they decide to go Renin 6 kill this, then Renin 6 kill this. I think that's still fine. Actually, they could put a zombie at instant speed. But this is never gonna be bigger than 2 toughness, so I guess we sacrifice it to the zombie. And they can actually make 2 zombies. Trying this, fetching for this. Yeah, I think that's not worth it. And just keep it in defense. So now, to prevent them from winning with the field, we gotta draw a Blood Moon. Weather Storm, sure. We're still in the game. They have Renin 6 in their hand. And just gotta kill this, but hard to kill a land with our deck. Yep, they're gonna do the Renin 6 play. That's fine. I prefer to them doing this than to attack and then they just chum block with a zombie. Because now if we draw burst like not burst lightning, we don't have it anymore. Let's say they have another Renin 6. Alright, so now we can try to kill the Renin 6 so they don't have a zombie every turn. Well, 2 zombies every turn. Let's try to draw something else. Rind of Burning Rage is fine, I guess. Not great, but can hold 2 lands. I'm pretty sure they're gonna just block with everything. They're not going to care. Keep keep our Bedlam in defense for now. What spells do they have in their grave? They can value factor fiction us. Maybe surgicaling the lightning bolt wasn't a good play. Maybe just I should have surgical the surgical the Ren 6 instead. Last zone is pretty good for 2. Even though they kill their Ren, they're gonna blow up this and this. I think we don't want them to play Blast Zone. Fire Sprite, we actually don't care too much. Growth Spiral also. I think if we do this, they're gonna pick this for sure. So maybe Growth Spiral, we're gonna have to choose between these two. To this side to take the Growth Spiral Blast Zone. Yep. Blood Moon. Blood Moon. I think gonna be difficult now. Just go. Yep. And thing is, they don't have to do anything, and we're just drawing lines, so they can just wait if they want to. Plan is a bit dumb. Very powerful. Yep. You got us. Game 3. Honestly, I think this is not worth it. Maybe Lava Dart is. I think we just go for that. Try again. Yeah. We get a more disruption hand, but they got the double bolt to kill our first creature. So that wrecked us a bit. I think we need, if the game goes too long, we actually need a Blood Moon. Stop them in a little bit. If the game doesn't go long, we're good. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, turn. Back. Or 2. Light of the stage. Yes, turn. Yep. Thank you. Light up. Thank you. Back for 4. Alright, down to 6. Getting low, getting low. Not play Weather the Storm. Might be playing Arrow next turn though. Shock Arrow. Nope, just Shock Go. Alright, try to play this. Well, we can attack first. And drag this. Good attack. Say okay. Lightning Bolt. I'm almost tempted to just say go, and if they tap out, we win. Because why would they shock? Not sure. Archmage Charm. That seems a bit greedy for their mana base. I think I'm gonna say go. Not gonna play the Kiln Fiend. There you go. Back for 1. You say okay. Play Soul-Scar. Pass turn. Weather the Spiral. You need another force opponent. Pierce does not work. Yep. I think my opponent probably had Growth Spiral into Wither the Storm, but I think holding the Lightning Bolt was better than to play the Kiln Fiend. Because my guess is they had the Wither the Storm, so they could. I play my Kiln Fiend, they gain 6 from it. Holding the Lightning Bolt prevented them from being able to cast anything. And eventually they would have to cast something because we just attack for 1 every turn. Alright, 4-0. Can this deck bring us a trophy home? We'll see. Yeah. I think Surgical Extraction. is better than Tormund Crypt right now in Modern. Because there are a lot of arrows, and Surgical Extraction usually does the same job when you have only one card specifically you want to target. And if you're playing against Dredge or something like that, you can Surgical their chills. Fortunately, we are on the draw. Alright. Good hand, I think. Pretty good hand. Opponent's playing Luris. So maybe this is Rakdos Blitz. Or Burn, or Shadow, or Boggles. Let's see. Maybe this is Burn. Go. Soul-Scar, go. Fortunately, we have no way to protect our Soul-Scar Mage. Yep. So, hope we don't see a Searing Blaze. Yep. Fortunately. I think we play Kiln Fiend. Probably will die, but if it doesn't die, we win the game, so. And Soul-Scar plus Bolt, I can do it with that. When I have a third land, I could play a Kiln Fiend Soul-Scar if I draw another land. Bolt. We have to stick to the board with this kind of hand. Eidolon, sure. Hope we can draw a land here. Fold the Eidolon, take 2. Soul-Scar, go. So, unless they have Searing Blaze or Helix, they only have 4 cards, and looks like they won't really want to kill our creatures. I think it's fine. Not another Blaze, please. No, they put Luris into their hand. Alright, that is fine with me. Lava Spike is also fine. So... here. Lava Spike. They play Luris next turn, it's fine. I think I'm gonna use one Morphose to see if I can draw land. That is not a land. Pretty close from lethal, but not quite. That's 2, 3. plus 4, 7, 3, and 5. Let's try to see if I can draw another land again. Alright, so now we crash through. Bedlam is actually pretty good. Lava Spike you. Now, do we hold the Burst Lightning? We just cast it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be our 6th. So I think we play it now. Or that's only 1 more damage, bringing them down to 10, 4. So I think we hold our Burst Lightning. We can use it under Lurrus. That is fine. Hold the Burst Lightning. Next turn. So if they have another land, they can Lurrus Eidolon. Lurrus, that's fine. Goblinguide, that is also fine. They do not attack, so Burst Lightning your arrow. That is actually a free spell. Does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I have enough. Played for 2. But if I draw land plus burn spell or 1 spell that costs 1, this could be relevant. So try to crash through first. See if we can draw a land. Lava Spike, nope. But they will have to chump block or else they'll be dead. That's fine with me. We're gonna have to chump. We can play Bedlam next turn. I think that's a better line than just playing the Bedlam. Because no matter what we do, we want to clear them from coming back in this game. So clear the creatures, and they have 3 cards. We're at 12. They don't have enough burn spell. Vulture. Now we Bedlam and we have a chance to draw any burn spell. Unless they have a Helix. I think we play both our creatures now, since we drew a land. Alright, so we would have drawn the Bolt, but I think how they're playing it, I think they maybe have Helix. Oh, never mind. So that was maybe my bad not going for the kill. But we won anyway, so Dragon's Claw in. Blood Moons. Kozilek's return. Crash Trues. Not on the draw. Lava Spikes. I think Lava Spike won. Lava Spike bring him 1 growth. Growth is not too bad in this matchup, but it hurts us. Well, we could bring in Shrine in case we don't draw this or Blood Moon to prevent them from having a core Firewalker. Yes, Kiln Fiend are also not great in this matchup. Maybe like this. Because Kiln Fiend without Mutagenic Growth cannot protect it from all their burn spells. So drop 2 of them. Blood Moon is honestly pretty good. I think before I wasn't bringing it in. Sorry, but I did realize that when I was played Blood Moon against me, it was pretty good because you're bringing like 4 Firewalkers. You have your Helix. You have your Path to Exile. You can even bring in Rest in Peace sometimes if you want to get rid of the Bedlam Reveler. So having a Blood Moon against Burn gives you the edge that they were not gonna be able to remove it first, and they're not gonna be able to cast any of their white spells unless they're playing a Wear Tear, but that's the only exception. Usually it's better on the play because you can turn 3 Blood Moon, but the draw is also a fine card. And I decided to keep the Bedlam Reveler, because sometimes if you have a Dragon's Claw and your opponent has Core Firewalker, the game can go very long, and having 2 Bedlams give you the extra edge in the late game. Alright, so land there, it's not a great land also. I don't have any removal spell. Lavadart is not one. I think we mauled this one. No lands. Damn. Alright, we keep with a Manamorphose. Didn't want to go to 4. Opponent. Hello. There. Opponent. Alright, so while we wait, yes, I'd ask the question for the chats, for comments. What is your favorite Blitz / prowess deck in Modern? So, is it Mono-Red, Izzet Blitz, Rakdos, Boros, other colors than these? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm pretty interested to what decks you're playing, why you're playing these prowess deck. Alright, we're gonna hold the bolt to kill the Goblin Guide. Hope we can draw a land from the guide. I think we're gonna take 2, because if they play Eidolon, we'll just lose the game. We don't have another removal spell. I think this was worth it taking 2. Let's try to draw another land. Oh. But unfortunate. Felix. Yep. Another Helix. Yep. Alright, play Soul-Scar, pass turn. You draw only growth. Sure. Are we that opponent? Not yet. Right. Take. Down to 4. Swiftspear. Back for 2. Alright. Game 3. I think we go like that. Just realized I didn't bring my Abrades in. I think they're quite worth it, having more creature removal. Oof. This is a weird hand. We do have creature removal, Dragon's Claw. Yeah, it's just weird. If they only have burn spells, well... This is a weird hand. Let's try it. You know what? If they don't have Dragon's Claw, not Dragon's Claw, Smash to Smithereens, I think keeping a Dragon's Claw in our hand could just win us the game, like that. Shock, I'm a bit worried. They might have a Core Firewalker. See here. Last match of the league for the 5-0, and this Dragon's Claw carried us to victory. We will see. Alright, please, that is a land out of the way. Hope we don't draw more lands. Alright, Swiftspear is fine. Dragon's Claw, say go. Pray for no Core Firewalker, no Smash, and no Eidolon also. All of these cards would be bad. Alright, that is probably least threatening about these 3 cards, but still pretty bad. Never mind then. We just say go. Really hope they draw a white source. They play Core Firewalker with a Goblinguide, and we just Kozilek's return. Let's go for it. Yes. Nice. Nice. Oh my god, it's happening! It's exactly what we said. Core Firewalker and a creature. It's not Goblinguide, but it's Swiftspear. Oh my god. It's happening. It's happening. Oh my god. Alright, sorry if the sound was a bit loud. Very happy to see that. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm gonna play both of these. Now we don't want to see another core Firewalker. If we had drawn a Blood Moon, would have been awesome, but Soul-Scar is still fine. Oh! Alright. Alright. How many does it cost? 6. Manamorphose. Another Kozilek's Return, perhaps? If I draw another Kozilek's Return, would be awesome. Alright, light up the stage. Sure. We're gaining life, our opponent's gaining life. We're not out of this game. Not at all. It's gonna be, could be very long. We already played. Let's attack with both of these. Take 3. The 12, pass turn. They can Rift Bolt one of our creatures. But I think it's a better play here. Yep. They decide to just attack. Kind of weird. Unless they have another core. They wanted to have this spectacle. Flourish into the hand. Cost 4 mana. I think I'd rather have a Sunbaked Canyon here. Alright, so Burst Lightning is gonna kill the Lurrus for sure. Don't think they're gonna wait to have Lurrus plus Core Firewalker mana. Could be very long to never. I think they might just play Lurrus plus Goblin It's pretty good. Yep. Yep. No attacks. Guess we can hold it. We have 1 extra price in case we draw Crash Through. Wow. I'm like a divine, bro. I'm like saying all the cards I'm going to draw in advance. This is not pre-recorded. I'm actually live playing the deck, and this is like a bit crazy. Gotta be honest. Alright, best draw here would be my other Kozilek's Return. For sure. Would be awesome. Come on, make the dream. Make it real. Oh. Alright. I already played my land. Oh. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have enough mana to play Rakdos case we draw Flex Return. First Lightning, Forest. Guess we Lava Dart, Goblinguide twice. Just want to gain some life. And I think I'm gonna hold this bolt, dealing 2, well 3 because I have the prowess, but I think it's not quite worth it. Rather have my bolt in hand. Alright, so they take 6. They go 2. Sure. Alright, play Swiftspear. Attack. Gonna hold my bolt once again. Bolt. We don't have Lava Dart. Die. Yeah, I was a bit worried about that happening. What do we have left into our deck? We'll have a lot of creatures, a Bedlam Reveler, Blood Moons, and we have a Kozilek's Return left. Not over. Unless they draw another Core Farwalker, could be pretty good. We're just taking 2, and we're at 31, so we still have time. And we don't have a lot of lands in our deck. Fine then. I think we have like 5 lands left in our deck. Have 1, 2, 3, 7. And we still have quite a lot of time. I'm gonna take the 1 if you want to cast something. Try to Abrade the spear. They go. I like to draw Blood Moon before drawing my Bedlam, so that way he won't be able to remove it with the path. I think Light Up the Stage will also be pretty good here. Manamorphose. Redraw. Damn. I'm not drawing, but we need to draw. Oh, don't do it again to me. Sure. The redraw into land. That's one card we wanted to see. Preventing future white spells. They can Helix or Boros from us in response. Answer, that means it will stick. Now we need to draw Kozilek's return. Get rid of this. Let's hard cast this. I'm gonna keep my bolt. Yes, left darts gains us life. Is it firecracker? Yes, both of these. We also have 2 Dragon's Claws left into our deck. Let's see. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. Drawing a Bedlam. Alright. Hold that. Bedlam is the best card we can draw in our deck. And we have 2 darts to protect it. Soul-Scar and hold our crash through. They go. Sure. Double bolt. We cannot protect double bolt. Fortunate. Draw a card. They go. Yes, we could attack for some damage, but I think we're not playing the game of damage anymore. Well, we want to hold. We might get nailed here, so I think the plan might be to hold all of our creatures and do one big turn swing. Sure. I mean, that's one more prowess trigger, I guess. I'm gonna keep it in hand. The right one. Go up this one in response. Fortunately, I think we have to hold this crash through. This is our last crash through in our deck, so we gotta hold it to pass over this in one big swing. Alright, this is the card we wanted to see. Yes, we play it now. No reason to wait. This is our chance of getting back into the game. Just for 2 for now. I still have prowess trigger into my deck, so alright, this is the time when we turn the tables here. We need other prowess trigger creatures now to do enough damage. Hold that for now. Still have 11 cards, so we still have time. For one. Just want to see like Swiftspears and stuff. Because every time we draw a prowess creature, we double our damage on our prowess triggers. Honestly, I think if we don't make any mistake, we cannot lose this game at this point. I'm gonna play Blood Moon just to do more damage. Yeah, deck for 4. We don't have lethal yet. Another Monastery would probably be lethal. Oh. Gonna be patient here. Alright, I think we got it now. I was gonna do some math, but I'm pretty sure this is lethal. We have, that is 4, 8. That is plus 8, 16. Yeah, that is way enough. So let's start by doing Crash Through, our sorcery spell. Another sorcery spell. Lightning Bolt. What is on? I think we have. Opponent cannot stop us now. This was really an epic game for the last game for our trophy. What's going on? We're just gonna play it all. Not sure what's going on with the stack here, but whatever. I have lethal now. I'm just gonna get in there. One says GG. GG. Gonna let us have our big win. Wow. That was honestly one of the most insane games I played recently for 5-0 also. Yeah, very impressive, sorry, performance for our deck today. I think Mono-Red is actually very, very powerful. Splashing into blue and white could be good, but having the extra edge of Mono-Red with lava spikes is more damage. Having the Blood Moons play easily, having Shrine of Burning Rage, having touching. Well, you can play Mutagenic Growth in any version, but I think that is still fine. Wow, that was an insane league. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to ggforgoblinguide for more videos. And also let me know in the comment section below which prowess/blitz deck is your favorite deck. So it has been ggforgoblinguide. See you next time. Bye bye.